Hello and welcome to episode 2 in our Policy School series. Today we're going to be unpacking what policy is and what the different types of policy papers are. I'm your host Louis, and I'm thrilled to take you on this journey to unravel the intricacies of policy making. Policy governs our lives, influencing everything from our education to our healthcare and even the environment. It's a formidable tool that moulds our society, so understanding it is paramount. Today, we will explore the core principles of policy and policy papers, providing a strong foundation for episodes to come. To begin, let's break down the fundamentals of policy, looking beyond the basic definition. Policy is a structured framework of principles, guidelines, or rules crafted and adopted by governments, organisations, or institutions to achieve specific objectives, tackle complex issues, or effectively manage intricate situations. Consider road signs that dictate speed limits, the curriculum standards that shape our education system, or the environmental regulations that safeguard our planet. These are all manifestations of policy in action. Now, you might wonder, why does policy matter? Why should we care about it? The answer is multifaceted. Policy matters because it wields profound influence over the key sectors of our lives. It shapes the quality of education children receive, determines the availability and affordability of healthcare services, and safeguards the environment we depend on for our very existence. Policy influences the structure of our economy, the rules of our transportation systems, and even the safety of our food and medicines. It quite literally forms a foundational part of our daily lives. Policy decisions are the invisible architects of our daily experiences and the opportunities available to us. Cassie will take you through the deciphering of the power of policy papers.
Policy papers aren't academic documents. They are the intellectual firepower of the policymaker, the researcher's tool, and the advocate's voice, made to influence decisions that can reshape societies. Let's start with a fundamental question. What is a policy paper, and how does it function as a force of change? At its core, a policy paper is a comprehensive, evidence-based document that serves as a beacon of knowledge. It offers an exhaustive analysis of a specific policy issue or problem to shed light on its intricacies and provide a clear path forward. Policy papers are different from a standard research paper. This is because they address a non-academic audience, sometimes specifically targeting particular organizations and officials capable of effecting change. These documents prioritize persuasiveness and aim to convince the audience that the researcher's stance is the most valid and compelling. Evidence in support of this position is therefore vital in policy papers. Researchers need to ensure they have accurate and reliable data to reinforce the integrity and persuasiveness of the paper to have it considered by the audience. Now, let's discuss the essential components of a policy paper. A clear and concise title that reflects the topic and focus of the policy paper is essential for audiences to understand and engage with what the paper is about. A well-crafted policy paper is never complete without a succinct executive summary. So this is a digestible overview tailored for the time-strapped decision makers, which encapsulates the paper's critical findings and recommendations. Every policy paper embarks with pinpointing a specific issue. This is often about precisely defining what it is you're trying to solve. And analysis is the nucleus of the policy paper. It plunges into the issue employing rigorous research, data, and expert opinions to lay out the underlying causes, effects, and potential remedies. The recommendation section is the heart and soul of the policy paper. It's where the author translates analysis into action, offering up pragmatic and effective solutions to the identified problem. Now, let's hand it back to Louis to discuss the different types of policy papers.
What are these different types of policy papers, and how do they differ from one another? Let's explore. Research reports are the backbone of policy analysis. They are expansive, in-depth investigations into a specific policy issue or problem. These reports are characterized by their exhaustive use of data, research, and analysis. On the other end of the spectrum, we have policy briefs. These are concise, focused documents designed for busy decision makers. They distill complex issues into easy-to-digest information, typically including a problem statement and succinct recommendations. If, for instance, the goal is to improve public transport access, a policy brief might outline the problem, insufficient accessibility, and propose succinct solutions like expanded bus routes, reduced fares for low-income commuters, and increased infrastructure investments. White papers are authoritative guides, often used in the business and government sectors. They provide detailed information and technical data, aiming to propose a particular solution or technology. For instance, a white paper on blockchain technology in healthcare would not only explain how blockchain works, but also offer insights into its potential applications, such as securing patient data or streamlining insurance claims. Policy papers are all about evaluating existing policies and proposing new ones. These papers assess the pros and cons of various policy options, taking into account factors like cost, feasibility, and societal impact. For instance, a policy paper titled Universal Basic Income: An In-Depth Evaluation would weigh the benefits and drawbacks, considering factors like economic impact, equity, and potential implementation challenges. While research reports provide the depth and breadth of understanding, policy briefs offer practicality for decision makers on the go. White papers bring technical expertise to the table, and policy papers help us make informed decisions about the policies we adopt. Therefore, the choice of the type of policy paper will depend on the context and the objective in the given scenario. Whether you're an academic researcher, a policymaker, or an advocate, understanding these variations is essential to your policy journey. Join us in our next episode. We'll begin our venture into the intricate policy process, looking at exactly how to start a policy paper.